we're going to talk about Drake and this very. I wish he would do this for me. I mean, I don't think I've got enough.
Do we have a picture of the Twitcher? Because like that's a small frame.
I don't have a full screen. You can look her up.
Yeah, what's her name?
Her name is Sincerely Juju.
That's stupid.
So Drake gifted a Twitch user over $100,000 in Bitcoin. So I just want you to picture that. He has like a long history of everyone's seen the meme, or it's not even a meme, the picture of him like where he brings in like literally like a pallet of money of ones to a strip club.
Yeah.
Back in the day, that was a thing.
Oh, she's the big bosom girl.
I was gonna say
with the big lips.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't quite have the bosom to be able to get 100K in one night on Twitch. I wish I did. Like I said, those Twitch streamers, man, those are some industrious ladies, and I got nothing but respect for the. There's nothing better. There's no one better at capitalism than the women of Twitch who have to find out different ways to like get around the censorship and make their money. Girl, you do your thing. I got.
Well, also her lips look very fake. Like she does that. I watched this tutorial how to make your lips really big, like how Kylie Jenner has it. So basically, you outline right here.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
right above.
It's creepy.
And then like you color it in and makes your lips bigger.
Yep.
That's how her lips look like.
Good for her. Good for her. I got, like I said, I got nothing but respect. You do your thing.
She's like a Bratz doll.
So it says Drake gifted a Twitch user $86,000. That's 100. What is AUD in currency? Can you look at? Is that
what's AUD?
Can you look that up? AUD in currency. I feel like it's something easy, and I just am not remembering enough off the top of my head, or I'm not knowing enough off the top of my head. So it's 117,000 in Bitcoin, and she reportedly lost all of the money the same night gambling.
She's dumb.
So I'm gonna reiterate that, guys.
Australian dollars.
Okay. So she must be from Australia. Okay, so guys, Drake gives a Twitch streamer $86,000 worth of Bitcoin. That's $117,000 in Australian, in Australia. And she lost all of it in one night gambling.
She sucks at gambling.
That's amazing. No, but I've got more to this story here that I think why I think this might not be all that it seems. So it says Twitch user Sincerely Juju was live streaming when she received a large payment in Bitcoin, which she later announced was sent from Drake. Not long after, Sincerely Juju received another Bitcoin payment from the rapper, which totaled the amount equaling $86,000. Yo, what the F? The gamer can be heard saying in the video as she discovers the payment in her account. Wait, who's it from? She asked. Who did this? That's a whole Bitcoin. I just got gifted a whole Bitcoin, she exclaims. Drake donated $86K to a streamer and she lost it all. Oh, this is someone kept saying to check your Bitcoin. You've got a gift. You've got a dono. That's a donation.
Yeah.
It says Sincerely Juju says, referring to the live chat feature on the platform. The video shows a user called Kai Bentley saying, "It's from the boy." What boy? She asks, to which Kai Bentley replies, Drake. It's from Drake? What the F? The video then flicks to her playing blackjack, and she receives another payment in Bitcoin. You received another $43,000, so her friend says in the clip. What the F? We've got another dono. Juju responds. Sincerely Juju took to Instagram to share her delight over the rapper's generosity. Drake gifted me $44K, she wrote, alongside a clip of one of the transactions. So it says it's reported that she later lost the whole amount while playing a gambling game. Drake is a passionate gamer and is known for commonly using Twitch. I think he's the one. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's down here. It's like he had that like most concurrent users or most users at one time on a Twitch stream with like another rapper.
Yeah.
Playing Fortnite with Travis Scott and Ninja. So here's what I think though. I think this is a little bit of marketing, and I'm going to tell you why. So there's another article here. It says Deep Pockets Drake has spent over $1 billion in virtual gambling since December. It's safe to say Drake has deep pockets. The Sixth God has always had an itch for gambling and is definitely scratching his to kick off 2022. Whether it's betting on sports, hitting the blackjack, or roulette tables, Drake has been known to throw a few bucks down. With COVID-19 restrictions hampering Toronto casinos, Drake has found... Like, I imagine it's hard for a dude like him to go to a casino anyways. You know what I mean?
They have to do underground.
Well, yeah, he has a VIP table, I'm sure, you know... Drake has found virtual gambling from the comfort of his home to be a very lucrative investment. Isn't it dangerous to think of gambling as an investment?
Yeah.
He's posted a series of clips and photos on Instagram of him winning anywhere between $354,000 to up to $7 million on a single roulette spin.
This is why I think some people don't deserve money.
According to a post from Our Generation Music, Drake plays through online gambling company Stakes in his Deep Pockets 6 account, wagered over $1 billion since joining the website in October and December of 2021. Now, here's why I think this might be a little bit of advertising. If you go to the next article, it says, Deep Pockets Drake partners with online gambling company Stake after betting over $1 billion. Now, so this is a business investment. So the question is, was this in place before he bet all that money and got all this media attention about it? Or is it a result of all that betting money? I think it might be the former. I think he might have they might have done this deal a while ago, and then he's betting he's betting house money, making it look crazy to draw attention to the company.
Yeah.
So it says the Six God Drake has a new business venture and it involves gambling, a lot of it. And then they go down here. It says fans have seen user Deep Pocket 6 post on his Instagram his bets with online roulette, having just recently wagered $1.25 million in Bitcoin for bets for NBA games to the Los Angeles Rams winning the Super Bowl. I mean, that was a story I almost covered, was him betting on the Super Bowl, betting that much on the Super Bowl, but we ended up not doing so. It says it was inevitable Drake and the state and the at Stake, so that's their handle, have come together. He revealed a joint Instagram post with Stake on Tuesday. I am going to be announcing a date for an upcoming live event where I play to win some real money and give it all to you, because what's better than sharing sharing the love with my people. Stay tuned for future deals. It sounds like a press release that was planned well in advance, and all the gambling we've been seeing him do lately. Promotion.
Yeah.
Well, there's been no date set for the partnership investment. So, do you think, does that sound like a fair assessment to you?
Nope, because I think some people just don't.
No, I'm
deserve
saying,
that.
does it seem like a marketing move?
Kind of, yeah.
Like he had been doing this a while.
Yeah,
Like
I
they-
feel like it is.
Yeah. So you don't like the fact that he's gambling?
I don't like the fact people gamble, period. I don't like it because I think it's a dumb investment. I know that you're doing it for fun, but then you lose your house, you lose your marriage.
You're giving the extreme examples.
Well,
And you're talking to somebody who's in recovery, who I can't, because of that, I can't just not drink. I can't just not do drugs. I can't gamble either. So they all light up the same pleasure centers of the brain.
Yeah.
But you have to understand that not everybody is going to end up that way.
I know,
And in a
but
free society, we have to allow people to make their decisions.
I know. That's why I'm like, you do you, but I just don't like your decisions because
Makes you less sympathetic for them when something bad happens.
yeah. So screw you, Juju, because you don't deserve that money.
Like I said, well, no. She earned the money.
How? Being pretty?
It's a marketplace just like anything else. If people are willing to pay for it, there's a market for it.
This is why people think the U.S. is so stupid and we're declining.
She's from Australia.
Well, I mean Drake, because Drake is
Drake's from
donating.
Canada.
I'm fucking Christ. I mean, what? I don't know. People are just killing my brain cells.
I mean, Canada's North America, but
It's still
But
North America territory.
And you could theoretically argue that he spends money that kind of influences the world of rap music, which has that culture around it of spending lots of money. But gambling is a thing as old as time. That's been going on for a lot longer.
I know.
And that's not just a U.S. thing. Macau is one of the biggest gambling centers in the
I
entire
know.
world.
As I said, gambling does help some people relax, but I just don't like
I
it.
can't imagine. I mean, I know that it's true, but
Yeah.
I can't imagine that.
I don't like it, and I grew up with my grandfather, who's a blackjack dealer. So
really?
he did it for over 20 years plus 30 years.
That's a skill
plus.
set too. I have a
Yeah.
friend. I remember I was in Rhode Island visiting
Yeah.
a friend. I was on a trip for one of the companies I skated
Yeah.
for, and he was. We were both filming skating during the day,
Yeah.
and he was taking classes at that time to he'd just gotten hired as a blackjack dealer and was going through the training program,
Yeah.
and was he had all the books on gaming theory and. Had
Yeah,
to-
my grandfather is a quick learner. He only did one test, and basically they hired him on the spot because
Yeah.
they like his personality, and basically he did it over 30 years plus, and they don't want.
the
they-
standards were probably different for getting hired back. Now
Well,
there's probably
no,
all
no.
sorts of regulation.
No,
in
they
place.
asked him. They asked him do you want to take the test? And he's like, sure. And then that same day, he got hired.
30 years ago, when you really think about it, that's only the late 80s.
Yeah.
You think of 30 years ago as the 70s, but it's not. It's the, yeah.
Well, it's to me, I thought it was funny because like he did it for years, and
Yeah.
like he's like, I seen
That's
people.
the 90s. That's the 90s, not even the 80s.
I know.
The 90s. Jesus Christ.
He watched like people like basically lose their livelihoods in this, and he's like, whatever you do, don't ever get into gambling because like he's seen it.
Yeah.
Like he basically like seen all of these people. Like he told me one story about this one woman who had a terrible gambling addiction. Like basically she had like terrible boyfriends, and like she.
It's all the guy's fault. Am I right?
No. Like, he was like, yeah, like, she had terrible taste in men. Like, she was down in the slums. She would always spend her money, and she didn't know what to do. And she, like, everybody called him by Sam because, like, that was the easier way to call him.
Yeah.
Because, like,
because that's the last name, right?
Yeah, but, like, they said it's just easier. This is when he was living in Bakersfield.
Okay.
Because the first name, apparently, they can't pronounce it, even though his first name is Serene.
Serene?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she was like, Sam, how do I stop gambling? Like, I don't know what to do because, like, I lost everything. And he's like, well, my opinion is, like, I don't do gambling. I watch people do it and I see how much they lose. But this is not the best advice, but this is advice I'll give you. Buy something that costs, like, you know that you can take care of it. Like, for example, a plant.
Okay.
And... or like buy statues because like he was like a heavily Buddhist.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really weird like how he describes.
The point is he's discouraging them gambling.
Yeah, basically he said if you spend money on things that you like, it basically you're thinking about like, oh, what's in my pocket still? If I gambled this one night, I lose all that money.
Yeah.
You have to think that you're losing that money. You're not gonna make profit, and if you lose all that money, you can't buy or like spend things that you need or want in life to make you happy.
I'm kind of lucky. Like gambling never interested me.
Yeah.
Like I'm just too cautious. Like the problems that I had with drugs were very serious.
Yeah.
But that's a different. Trust me, they both hit the same part of the brain. But when you're wasting your paycheck on something you're taking to like feel normal because you've been hooked for so long, that's a little bit different than the gambling part. It's the same problem, but for me, the gambling never stuck with me. Thank God. Like,
that's how I feel about like scratchers or the lottery.
Yeah. And I worked at I worked at a gas station for 5 years, and I sold hundreds of thousands of dollars is like to people who like most of them could afford it. Most of them it was like their entertainment for the week. They had a set budget and they spent the same amount all the time. I had a guy that I worked with who was he had retired twice from 2 different careers and was working at the gas station just because he hated being bored. I think he had one of them like he worked for the railroad for 20 years and then the other one was like the phone company for 20 years. So he had like 2 pensions.
Yeah.
So he had the disposable income. And he could throw the money away and be fine.
He could do that, but like for me,
not everybody can do that.
Yeah, like for me, so I used to work for my family's convenience store, and some of these people didn't have the money, but they felt like they could get rich one day. And like some people had these strategies, like they would tell me their strategies. They're like, yeah, you have to like count the ticket numbers because like, you know how the lottery ticket, it has the numbers and they ask you what number it is. And they're like, can I buy that one? And I'm like, no, I have to sell.
Skip. You can't skip.
I have to sell the first one. So you have to buy the first one and the one that you wanted. And they would get mad at me.
Oh, yeah.
For that.
Yep.
And like this one woman, I think she's like legit scamming the lottery system. But like every day, same thing. She would always buy daily threes. Do you know what the daily threes are?
Like I said, I worked at a gas station for 5 years.
Dumb gambling game because like basically she'll play twice a day every day.
Yep.
So imagine that. She'll play that and she would always win money back. Like she will always win it back, and like she played in 2 different stores. She played in my store and then she played it at the store across the street. But across the street, like they kind of did like money under the table, so like basically she was cheating the system.
Okay, so running numbers. Okay.
Yeah, she was like running numbers, and then she would always claim like, oh yeah, like I have property everywhere and I always win like over thousands of dollars. And I'm like, do you know that it gets taxed? So you can't actually keep those thousands of dollars because like she claimed this one day she won over $100,000 in one day and she kept the whole
on a scratch.
No, like a daily 3 and scratchers. And
that wouldn't have. I mean, she wouldn't have been able to collect the money the same day. She would have had to go to.
she said she did. And I was like, I don't think that's possible. And like legit, this woman had like a problem. Then her husband did the same thing.
Yeah.
It basically like the whole family
It's
was
an
like.
addiction.
So I know,
but they still have to have the
Mhm.
free will to be able to make that choice
Yeah.
in a country where you're allowed to both make great choices and you have the freedom to make poor ones as well. We
Yeah.
allow them there's people who have issues with at least we're kind of getting off this topic here. Like
Yeah.
there's people who have issues with where they feel like the state running these things is exploitative because even though the money goes back into the system and is theoretically used for I think a lot of it goes to conservation.
No, they said so
or
in California.
The roads.
No, for California, all the lottery winnings, half of it goes to schools. But
Okay.
you know how California schooling is.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's just trash.
So it's like so it's okay to exploit these people for
Well-
as long as it's going to a good cause. That's very determinate.
Well,
I'm
that's
not a
why
huge fan of that.
I hate the lottery system and like
My issue there is with the state, not
yeah.
with the idea of gambling.
well, like this is why I just don't like it all in general
Yeah.
because like you're losing stuff that you financially need.
Yep. But
So-
you have to be. If you're an adult, you have
Yeah.
to be the one to make the decision that you can do that without going overboard.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I don't feel sympathetic. Sorry, unpopular opinion. I don't feel sympathetic for them because if you lose all that money that they gifted to you, then you're fucking stupid.
They need people who gamble. I mean, if she's Twitch and she's making that much in a night, even from one-time thing, she's probably doing all right.
Well, she
So
is pretty, but like still, I think it's stupid.
It is stupid. I agree.
It's stupid, and it's Bitcoin. Do you know Bitcoin is like rising prices right now?
Well, she should have held it then.
Exactly.
She should have held
You're
it.
dumb.
She should have held
You're
on
dumb.
to it.
You should have invested in something else. If you wanted to gamble in stocks.
We'll call it. We're gonna call it armchair expert. Or we're calling it second guess miracle. Second guessing with Miracle Sam.
Or if you want to invest to somebody that you think is gonna have a bright future.
There you go.
That's a good gamble.
We are not giving financial advice here, guys, at all.
Nope.
Especially, not, I mean, I didn't give any, but Miracle is definitely not giving you financial advice.
Nope,
and
I'm not.
She's not a financial consultant.
Nope. I just don't like it when people gamble. I don't have sympathy for you, and you need help.
Just go die in a ditch. Why don't you? Miracle says. So I'm just kidding.
I don't know,
All right.
but like Droid can do whatever he wants. Like
He's got the money.
he got some money, and apparently they call him deep pockets. But how long are those pockets deep for?
Like I said, I think he was betting house money on that. I think that was an advertising deal. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.